Starting the day at the Goodwood bins. I'm gonna go in about 10 minutes. Bummer though, I forgot my gloves today, so I'm gonna try to be careful. Hopefully there's really nothing crazy in the bins, but I'll show you guys afterwards what I end up finding. All this stuff on the first round, that's insane. Hopefully those work right there. It's everything that I picked up. Paid $39 for everything. Receipt somewhere in there. But yeah, it's not too bad. This brand right here for this dog is a Joy for All. I usually find the cats and they usually sell between like 40-50 bucks. First time finding a dog, this one sells for about $45, so that will make me my money back for everything, and everything else becomes 100% profit. I gotta like being in there without gloves, very uncomfortable. I don't know how people do it. Like on a daily basis, I see a lot of people, the same people, just not wearing gloves. And I don't know how they do it honestly, but you guys saw that I paid a total of $39 for everything. And that one little dog bring my money back, and everything else will be sold on Whatnot. I think there's like 1 or 2 other items I'm gonna list on my eBay store. That way I can make more money on eBay, and then everything else just on Whanot. We're gonna take all the stuff that we got today into the storage units. Hey guys, look at that. Ooh, so clean. That's a nice car. Normally I would take all the stuff that I just bought at the bins to my other storage unit, but I'm cleaning it right now. I don't want to take more mess. But man, this one is also a mess, so I'll be taking care of this one probably later today or maybe tomorrow. And since I am here, we're gonna be grabbing the items that I sold on eBay. Starting with this one right here. This Jemmy lobster. $50 on this plush. Ugly dolls. That's a good one to be on the lookout for. These actually sell for pretty good amount. And here's the other storage unit. I just want to show you guys. I'm not gonna start cleaning right now because it's too much. But I started cleaning yesterday. I was here for like 2 hours and I was organizing everything over here. It doesn't look clean, but I'm in the process right now of buying racks. That way I can just put like maybe 3-4 racks in here. But yeah, all these tubs are empty, but those over there, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 tubs full of stuff that I'm going to be selling on Whatnot. And then some of this stuff over here is listed for marketplace, and then this stuff right here, it looks messy just because it's so unorganized. But all this stuff is, well, actually no, like I'm gonna say like 90% of the stuff is for eBay, and then the other 10% is gonna be for Whatnot. I just gotta go put them in those tubs over there. But yeah, and then that's trash over there. All this stuff over here is just plush over there, which shows are already scheduled on my Whatnot. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun just getting everything done here. Honestly, I've been so tired the past few days just getting all this work done, getting everything organized, especially with, you know, being Q4. I still haven't hit 500 listings. I was at 492 the other day, and now I'm back down to 467, I think. So that's a good problem to have because things are selling, which is always a good thing. But definitely got to keep doing the work. Like I said, I don't have, you know, I have plenty of inventory. I should be good by hitting 500 listings very soon here. Back in my room, you guys haven't seen this room in a very long time because this is the first time me actually creating long form content. And I don't know, probably like 2 months. Just been so busy, but this room is a complete mess. I got so many items over there. I got items over here, and that's because I did a Whatnot show yesterday. I had scheduled it for 3 p.m., but I got very busy cleaning out the storage unit, so I had to reschedule it for 6:30 p.m. I believe it was 6:30, and then I ended up selling 50 items. It was a very small show. I just wanted to show up, but it worked out because I ended up making close to $300. But my favorite part of that show was that after my show, I always rate somebody. And if you don't know what that means, basically that I just send all my audience to somebody else who is live right now. And then I ended up choosing, I'll put a screenshot of her profile right here. And she had, I think, like 2 or 4 people in her show. Then, you know, when I rated her, she had like 30 people. And we all started like just sending tips. It was so fun. She was very grateful, and I'm definitely gonna keep doing that. But I'm so glad I showed up, honestly, not because of me making money, but because of that special moment of her just raising money for her daughter's birthday party. It was super awesome. So definitely gonna start doing stuff like that more often. Today I do have to pick up my kids at 12:30. I have about like 30 minutes, but I'm gonna eat real quick. I made mac and cheese and ground beef yesterday, so I meal planned. And I just like to keep it super simple. I never like to overcomplicate things because the more you complicate things, the harder it is to get them done every single day. And if I can just keep it simple, I can eat enough protein on my daily basis and enough calories, and that should be good. Time to go get my kids. And guys, I think last time I made a video was the video that I did when I bought the dream car. And we're gonna drive that right now. And I'm not a materialistic person, but this car has made me a little bit happier. Honestly, it makes me work harder as well. And I've been loving this car ever since I bought it. So if you guys are waiting for the perfect time to buy your dream car, there's never going to be a perfect time. Just whenever you feel, you know, not fully ready, but you feel ready for that next step, just go for it. Don't overthink it, and you'll figure things out. You know, this is not financial advice, but like, if you can believe in yourself that you can make it happen and, you know, be okay and be able to take care of the payments or whatever, then you just go for it. Like, don't overthink it. I already went to go pick up my kids from school. Now it's time to pack these eBay orders. I only have 5, but I think I'm also gonna get started on some of these Whanot orders. But before I do that, I want to talk to you guys about something that a lot of people have been saying in my videos. Like, they just drop it in the comments and they talk about how I'm focusing a lot on Whatnot. And the truth is that I have been focusing a lot on Whatnot because it's another source of income. And if I'm making more money with, you know, having eBay and Whatnot, like, why wouldn't you just jump in and make more money? And I'm still, like I said, I'm still doing my eBay business. I'm still working on that every single day. As a matter of fact, my 90-day total, it's a little bit over 15,000. You can see right here. And that used to be 13,000 like two weeks ago. And now it's up to 15, which is nice to see. But also, I'm trying to look at the analytics here for Whatnot. But like, this is the reason why I've been focusing a lot on Whatnot, because it makes me money and it just makes sense. And a lot of people think that I'm wasting a lot of time sourcing for all these items. And the truth is, I don't. All the items that I pick up for eBay and Whatnot, I get them at the bins. So every time I go to the bins, I record content. And at the same time, I'm picking items for both platforms. So let's say I spend 1 hour sourcing, I source the items for Whatnot and for eBay. So I'm able to, like I said, make money on eBay, but make that extra money on content and on Whatnot, which is the best part about having the bins near me. And that is why I'm focusing on Whatnot. For example, the last 30 days on Whatnot, I've done $4,114 in sales. And after like for my earnings is $3,268, and I still have all my eBay income as well. So Whatnot is just like an extra income that comes in for me. But I also understand why people feel like they can't relate to resellers who started with eBay and then they decided to drop eBay and they went all in on Whatnot. That's understandable. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is that I'm not leaving eBay. eBay is always going to be my #1 platform, only because that's where it started. Anybody who has commented on my other posts, I mean, just know that I'm still not, you know, I haven't dropped eBay and I don't plan on dropping eBay anytime soon. I like having eBay. I like having Whatnot. Plus, it gives me the opportunity to create better content for you guys and educate you guys on the things that I'm learning, because I'm still fairly new on Whatnot. I started on Whatnot back in March, so I'm only a couple months in. I'm not even a full year in Whatnot yet. But the results have been crazy, and I'm excited to, you know, to keep building it and just show you guys the whole process of everything that I'm doing. Yesterday when I was doing the Whatnot show, I was like, I'm gonna run the Mickey Mouse, see if anybody would want it. But then I completely forgot about it just because it's like a custom crochet one. But I'm glad I didn't run it, because this one had been listed on my eBay store for like, I don't know, maybe like a good 5-6 months. Had it for $25. Somebody sent me an offer for $20 and I accepted it. So that was pretty nice. Probably paid about like 50 cents for it at the Goodwill bins. Best thing about plush, and I've said this so many times, is that all you gotta do is just put them in a poly mailer bag, put the label on it, and you're good to go. Nothing crazy, no boxes. Unless the item, you know, sells, like if it's a plush that sells for like $100, I'll put it in a box. But other than that, I just put it in a poly mailer bag and that is it. Another question I get asked a lot is, how do I wash the plush? And I just put them in this like netted, like, I don't know, it's like a little bag. I just throw it in the washer and then I put it in the dryer. Nothing crazy, just a quick, super simple wash, just because, you know, I want the customers to be happy. 6:51, I decided to come back to the storage unit. I got the orders shipped out and I was hanging out with my kids until my wife got home. And I decided to just come back to the storage unit and just organize some stuff. But it got me thinking that I don't really use this area right here. And I have so much space with all these TVs over here, which I have not listed on Marketplace in a very long time. So they're just sitting there collecting dust. So I'm gonna get those listed, and I know they're gonna sell really fast. But I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up one of these tables down here, and I'm gonna be doing my Whatnot shows in here. Right now I'm doing my Whatnot shows at home, and everything gets so packed after I'm done. And honestly, like, just seeing the mess, after seeing the mess over here, it's a little bit overwhelming. So I want to have that room cleared up for sure this time and just have everything in the storage units. I mean, that's the whole point of having a storage unit. But yeah, I'm going to set everything up where. So I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to move all this stuff to the other storage unit, And then tomorrow I am going to get some more racks and then just get everything honestly organized. I don't think I have, yeah, I'll have that. I'll just go on Marketplace, see if I can find some racks, and then just buy a couple and then have them on the storage unit, organize everything, and then I would be good to go. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be so much better. I'm gonna have that table over there, just do the shows on that side. I think that'll be great, honestly. And yeah, let me see, like I'll probably just end up getting like, I don't know, maybe like some LED sign or like a poster just to have a better view back here, table with all the items, set the camera up right here, and then just run everything. I think that'll be actually really good. And then I can just, once I obviously clear everything up, I'm gonna be able to pack all my orders here. This is all just inventory I have to list on my eBay store, which I haven't gotten to. And you can see there's a lot of trash that I gotta take. A lot of trash I gotta take, and a lot of organizing as well. But like I said, I know for a fact that I already have tubs. I have a bunch of tubs in the other storage unit. So I know that once I'm selling like these TVs, I have a lot of space. And then a lot of this stuff I am gonna try to get rid of on Marketplace, so I can just move things a lot faster and clear up some things, and then just get very picky on what I buy to resell on eBay, just because it does take a lot of space. It does take a lot of space, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We're just making it work, guys. Like, I'm not some professional or whatever. I'm just trying to make things work. Here we are on the other storage unit. You know, at least there's like a clear path right in the middle. I'm happy with that, honestly. Like I said earlier, all this stuff is already organized. I think like these tubs right here and then that tub down there, it's all trash. So like, well, not the tubs, but like the tub down there is all trash. I gotta get that out of the way. And then these tubs right here, those are the ones that I'll be using to hold my inventory in the other storage unit. So I'll probably just end up taking some of those over there just to clear things up a little bit. And then I already started organizing all this inventory right here is stuff that I'm going to photograph for my eBay store. So you guys can see, like, this time for us tomorrow, I am done sourcing. I'm not gonna go sourcing until, if I am done here, I'll continue sourcing on Friday. If not, then Saturday for yard sales. Guys, these two tubs right here, all full of Disney plush. The reason is because I'm gonna be doing an all Disney show on Whatnot, and I'm gonna run everything. I think there's about like 70, 80 items, but there's very cool ones in there. There's some that are Disney stamped, and some of those go between like $20 to $30 each. But I start everything at $2. So if you guys were interested in that, I'm sure I'm gonna upload this video before this show starts, or I make the show. So everything's gonna be in the description for you guys. But yeah, now I'm gonna organize everything else. All these plush, I'm putting them in these bags, right? And these are all the ones that I bought today. So I paid, what, $39 I said. And then it's going to be this dog right here that's gonna sell for about like $45. So just selling this one, I will get all the money that I spent today at the Goodwill bins, and then everything else basically becomes 100% profit. So like, I don't know if I showed you guys earlier, but I found this guy. It is missing an arm, but this thing is super cool. I couldn't leave it behind. Everything else looks like to be in pretty good shape. So I was like, I'm gonna pick this guy up. But there's a lot of other cool stuff, like this Mickey right here. Actually, yeah, we'll sell this one tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Friday. This Gyarados, shiny Gyarados, posable one. Like, there's a lot of good stuff. Now that I'm setting up for the Whatnot show to be done over there in the storage unit, I'll have to test it out tomorrow and probably do like a quick show, like just a small one, just to test out the service and everything, just to make sure that everything's good before I fully dive into trying to do the show over there. And I have a great idea what I'm gonna do for that show tomorrow. So I'll show you guys right now once I get all this stuff done. I had these big tubs over here. As a matter of fact, that's the last one, and then I cleared up all those, and then I cleared up these two right here, but those are gonna be the ones that I'm gonna be putting for Friday's show. But what I'm doing tomorrow, just to, one, to get rid of a bunch of inventory, and number two, to test out how it's gonna work out doing Whatnot shows in the other storage unit. I'm gonna do what I did, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. It's fill up a box. So basically, it's one of these priority mail boxes, not the, it's a large one, but like the bigger one. It's a 12 by 12 by 8. Usually it's 12 by 12 by 6. So what I do is I fill it all up, and then buyer pays the shipping for every box. So let's say a buyer buys 3 boxes, they'll pay shipping on 3 boxes, but they get a bunch of stuff. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm filling it up with a bunch of good stuff. Like, I just want people to be, happy with the purchase, I guess you can say. So we're gonna be throwing in a good amount of stuff. So for example, we're throwing this squishable. People ask for squishables all the time. Patrick, Sock Monkey, Frog Webkin, little Care Bear here, Snoopy. We got a Smurf. We got another Care Bear here. Guy, he's from Paw Patrol. It's Disney fish. It's already full. It's already full of stuff, but I still see space in there. And like I said, I want to give out great deals on a lot of this stuff. One, it's helping me out, clear out a bunch of stuff. And number two, I get, I pay very little for this stuff. So it doesn't bother me to sell things for super cheap. All right, we're gonna throw in this Ewok, and then we're gonna throw in this, I forget the name of these cats. A lot of people ask me for those. There we go. It doesn't matter if the box sells for $2, I don't care. It's helping me clear out this storage unit and I'm happy with it. You can see that I already have 8 boxes full. I want to get at least 15 done because that's what I did last time. And I think I ended up making around like $350. And my cost of goods for everything that I fill it up with is probably about like, I don't know, like 40 to 60, let's just say like $55. But you can see another tub all the way over there, that blue one right there. Yeah, that's the one that I'm gonna be grabbing some items from because this one over here is already full. But Friday's show is going to be crazy just because I have all these right here. And then the ones over in the back, it's gonna be a lot of stuff. And this time for sure, I am gonna punish myself. I have tomorrow free, literally all day tomorrow, but I'm not gonna go sourcing. I'm gonna come back to the storage unit, clean this up. I'm gonna show you guys, hopefully try to find some racks by tomorrow, bring them in and start organizing everything. You can see that one right there already looks good. I gotta fill it up with some stuff, keep all this stuff organized. And then once I'm good to go, I will go sourcing. So the goal for tomorrow is to get everything done before, like, let's say like 2 p.m. That way I can go sourcing from 2:30. No, actually the next round is at 3 and then the last one is at 5 p.m. So the goal is to get those 2 rounds in before the end of the day. But we'll see tomorrow. But hey, that's the life of a reseller. It requires a lot of work. It is 7:47. I'm gonna clock out. See you guys next time.